Hello, my fellow patriots. I hope you're all doing absolutely well. God bless. We have some breaking spicy news going on. Just happened about a couple hours ago. Zelensky, Trump, and JD Vance all met in the White House today to sign that mineral deal Trump has been talking about for the last month or two, trying to get us some raw earth minerals since we don't have any here in America. From what I can tell, it did not go very well. Let's just go ahead and watch the video.
Yes, quantum. Yes, but after that, he broke this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around.
Damn, I mean, he's got a strong point right there. I mean, what kind of leverage does Zelensky even have at the moment? He lost everything. He lost an entire generation of young men. All he has is older men, and he's trying to, like as JD Vance put it, he's trying to conscript people. He lost all our funding, he lost all our vehicles, he lost all our weapons. I think all the Ukrainian military has of ours right now is the Starlink drone system, and Elon Musk and Trump have been wanting to pull out of that for a while now. I mean, now that they lost all their ties to the US, they can't just sit here and continue like they're winning the war still.
And forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you see what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people in your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know.
bless. You will not have a war.
That sounds like a threat. But here's the thing, my fellow patriots, we have nothing to worry about. Russia, they don't have the ground troops they say they do, or they pretend like they do. If they did, they would have rolled through the Ukrainian flatlands in a heartbeat, and they haven't. Why can't big-ass Russia take on little Ukraine? And I mean, we weren't even supplying Ukraine with our weapons for months afterwards. So what was holding the Russians back so much? If it wasn't us, like in the beginning. Exactly. And to top it all off, even if Russia managed to get past Ukraine, they would have to get through several other countries just to get to a country that shares the same ocean as us, just to be able to port ships out of said country towards us. Now, even if that were to happen, which would take years of war, years of death, the UK, our royal brothers, would just wipe out the country that they're porting out of. Now, on top of that, Russia's navy is ass. Ours is the best in the world, thanks to our OG John Adams. Russia doesn't really stand a chance. Here, let me put it like this way. People really only fear Russia because that whole Cold War. I mean, it's kind of like ingrained in us, generational speaking. It's the nukes of it all, really. And then I would say the other thing is the disinformation war they started with China against us. It's really those two things. Other than that, they are no direct threat to us. They have no ground operations.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
Damn right,
good.
Trump.
We're going to feel very good and very strong. You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives of
anymore.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War.
Oh my God, Zelensky, dude, shut the fuck up when you're asking for money. Show some goddamn humility. Jesus. On another note, why isn't he asking Germany or somebody else for money? Why does it always have to be us funding unjustified murder?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to
Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation.
Wait, did he? Yeah. Yeah, he did.
For the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
No.
Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute.
answer?
No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country.
I feel like Zelensky was willing to make a little switch right there. And I will say in his defense, JD Vance is being a bit of an instigator right now. He is raising his voice and trying to cut him off quite a bit, but at the same time, Zelensky's a fucking dumbass who kind of deserves it. So I'm not on any of their sides when it comes to that. But
He's not speaking loudly.
hold on.
And for the opposition in October, offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save
Yeah, right
your
there.
country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
Yeah, so he points out that he's getting cut off, and JD Vance is raising his voice, and so he tries to talk calmly. Like I said, I feel like he was willing to make a slight switch here. Let's see what happens.
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
can I
Wait a minute.
answer?
No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
know.
You're
He's
not winning
calm.
this.
This is good.
You have a damn good chance of
We are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our
And now he's having to raise his voice back. Oh man, this is just not good. This is not good. Not good at all.
country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In-
He said 2 weeks. You know Putin's laughing right now and preparing his troops.
Putin in 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's gonna be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I do too.
That's true as well.
That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there, your people are dying, you're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers.
Zelensky's ego is getting the better of him in this conversation. I think we can call the mineral deal off. It ain't happening today, that's for sure.
It would be a damn good thing, and then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire, I don't want a ceasefire, I want to go, and I wanted this, look.
Wait, what was that? What the hell did Zelensky say behind closed doors? What? Zelensky wants to do what?
I don't want a ceasefire, I don't want a ceasefire, I want to go, and I wanted this,
You notice how Trump caught himself? I feel like Zelensky wanted to like invade Russia or something. And Trump just caught himself from saying that.
Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men
Sun was
stop
there.
getting
Of
killed.
course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a
but I
ceasefire?
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
That wasn't
this
with me.
means.
That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me, that was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is, Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You gotta be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
Shit. Donald Trump kicked Zelensky out of the White House after a meeting between the two leaders descended into a shouting match. He can come back when he is ready for peace.